So normally I make videos about music, and as part of that, I often have to shoot footage of gear from above. In this video, we're going to talk about two different ways to get these kinds of shots. First, I'm going to show off the way I've been doing it so far. It's super basic, super cheap. After that, I'm going to actually try to improve on my system by building my own rig. So first, here's how I've been doing things. Basically, I use one of these, a mic stand. You can get them for about $20 on eBay. They're really easy to come by. Of course, mic stands don't have the right adapter to just screw a camera onto them. The thread on a mic stand is 5/8 of an inch, and the thread that you need for a camera is 1/4 inch. Luckily, you can get an adapter piece for like $4 also on eBay. So once you have 1/4 inch thread, you can just screw your camera onto the end of it. If you're shooting with an iPhone, you can use one of those clippy things. If you have a selfie stick, chances are you already have one. You can just unscrew it from the selfie stick and put it on the end of the mic stand. In terms of weight, a mic stand can hold an action camera or an iPhone without any need for a counterweight. And sometimes I do use an iPhone. For that, it's absolutely great. As you can see, sometimes I also use a DSLR. And I should say a DSLR is way heavier than anything you're supposed to put on a boom mic stand. So proceed at your own risk. This is very much a do as I say, not as I do kind of scenario. What I do is I attach a counterweight to the end of it. Specifically, I've got my camera bag kind of clipped onto the end of it, and I've got a 5-pound weight in my camera bag. The clip on the bag is very important because you don't want the bag to move. If it moves, your camera can go crashing to the ground. So yeah, word to the wise. And the setup is super simple. Basically, when I first set it up, I loosened the clamp. Don't let go all the way like I'm doing in this video, but loosen it a bit. Make sure that everything is in equilibrium so that the camera weight and the bag weight are pretty much pulling down in equal amounts on both sides of the arm. Once you've got it to that point and the arm is completely horizontal, you tighten it, and you tighten it a lot because you definitely don't want your camera to go flying. And that's pretty much it. So that's what I've been doing so far, but I'm looking to improve on this setup. There are a couple weaknesses, really. One is that I've got these beautiful alcoves in my studio space. I'm very lucky, and I get a ton of natural light, and it's got a very distinctive look, which I really like. But one of the things about the space is that the only place for me to put the base of the stand, the boom mic stand, is right where I would need to stand myself. And my body and the mic stand can't be in the same place at the same time because of basic physics. I'm always kind of like worrying that I'm going to hit the stands. And if I hit the stand, of course, the camera shot shakes. So not an ideal situation. The other problem is that I personally am trying to shoot with a 50mm lens. If you've ever worked with one of these, you know that these are pretty zoomed in. And if I want to be able to get a large chunk of space, I need to be really, really far away from the subject. In the case of a top-down shot, really, really far away means really, really high up. The boom mic stand doesn't go that high. It only goes about as high as me, really. I need to go way higher. I need to go like close to the ceiling. And yeah, I just can't do that with a boom mic stand. Okay, time to build something. So I've got a ton of unused studs to work with, so I'm going to use those. My first order of business is to basically just saw pieces of wood. I need a base, I need sides, I need the top beam. As you can see, I'm using a Japanese pole saw. These things are just great if you don't want to use power tools. Next, I'm going to use these L-shaped brackets that I got from the hardware store. Before drilling holes, I tape them down and go back up to my studio just so I can test and make sure that everything's going to fit right. Okay, time to drill. For some reason, it's really hard to get the camera to focus on the drilling. It just wants to focus on my shirt. Okay, time to head upstairs and try this thing out. First, let's get my old setup out of the way. Next, let's screw this thing together. Okay, so after several iterations, here's what I've come up with. There are two horizontal bars. The one at the top is fixed. The one in the middle is held on by these two very sturdy, very inexpensive clamps. You buy these clamps together, and unscrew them, and then you've got two clamps. And once you've got two clamps, you just drill into the ends of the boards of wood, and yeah, you can attach them anywhere. If I want to change the height of the camera, all I have to do is unscrew those clamps, move it up, move it down, and then screw them back together. And yeah, it's really, really simple. To attach the camera to that middle beam, I actually used another clamp. That clamp is also intended for use with microphones. You'll notice a pattern with this video using like microphone gear for cameras. That, of course, has a microphone thread. And I actually didn't attach the camera to that directly. I took the ball head off of an old Joby GorillaPod and used that. So I have a ton of flexibility. If I need to, I can change the angle of the camera. So far, this is the best setup I've ever had for shooting top down. It's super stable, it's adjustable. If I ever decided I wanted to have like multiple cameras or lights, I could easily attach them to the beams. Now, whenever I need to shoot footage of a synth, all I have to do is turn on the camera, sit down, and yeah, start playing. Okay, so there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of top-down photography. If you enjoyed this video, it'd be great if you can hit like, and if you haven't done so already, now is a great time to subscribe. I got a bunch of videos coming, so yeah, see you soon.